Hey guys, it's me Ram here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing some Skewb walkthrough solves with Noble Cubes, one of the fastest Sarah's intermediate Skewb solvers.
G'day guys, so my name's Noble Cubes and I've been asked to do a few walkthrough solves. I average about 4 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds. I use Sarah's intermediate and I think this is the best method to get faster on Skewb. So I have a YouTube channel if you want to subscribe to me, but otherwise I'm going to be just explaining how I solve all these Skewbs. Now the first thing you need to know is to be colour neutral, okay? If you're not colour neutral, please do it. White isn't always going to be good, and maybe yellow isn't either. You need to be all of them. It's really easy on Skewb. 3x3 is completely different. Also, if you want to get fast, you need to be able to know how to do a polished sledgehammer. Now how you do this is you hold your hands like this and push like that. So you can do it really fast, just like this. You also need to learn how to do a hedge slammer, which is just the reverse of that. I have a tutorial on my YouTube account to be able to do these. I'm not going to be showing that today, but otherwise, let's just get into the solves.
Thank you so much to Noble Cubes for joining me on, I really appreciate it. Anyways, let's just go ahead and begin with the first scramble. So on the first scramble here, I see a really nice blue layer. These two pieces are solved, this one's twisted and this one's down here. So what I would do is first I'd twist this corner like this, then I'd rotate and then insert this last one. And then we have a hedge followed by a Z-perm.
So this is the first scramble. It's got a nice blue here, except I saw that orange was a little bit nicer because there was a single move into orange corner just here. So this one I'll put in first, and then these two are here, which can be done very quickly as well, which I'll show you. So first of all, I'd do the orange, and then I'd put this one in first. So like this, but instead of doing that, you can actually go backwards, which will line this one up to go in here, and then pull this to bring the orange back, like that. Now, opposite of orange is red, obviously. So while I was doing that, I noticed that there's no corners on this side, there's no corners on this side, which means that there's no single sledgehammer moves, and it also means that there's probably no top moves as well. So the corner must be on this side. It can't be on this side because then the corner would be here. These are just a few things you need to remember if you want to get good. So it means that I want to turn all the way around and do this, which means that it'll give me a nice hedge slammer. And then from this case, I can see that this is yellow and white, and so I could just do the two sledges here to do the U-perm.
So on scramble 2, I spot two twisted corners on red, and there's honestly nothing else. So I think this would be a pretty decent solution. So what I'd start by doing is twisting this one first, rotating, twisting this one, and then you're just left with a U-perm.
Right, so here's the second scramble. It's got a very nice red, and there's not really much else. Well, there's actually no other connecting pieces. So the problem with this red is that the corners are both orientated wrong here and here. If they were opposite, that'd be good because I could just put it in like that. But in this case, I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4 to get that one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, which kind of sucks, but it means we get a nice top layer, which means if the orange is at the back, then we can just do a sledge, which means that the will give us a U-perm, and I can see that none of these are the opposite from this angle, which means it has to be on the back. So from here, I turn while I push the pieces just like that.
So scramble 3 doesn't look super great at first, but I spot a really nice layer on blue. So first what you have to do is just insert this corner, and then while you go on to twist this corner, this one gets solved as well. So that's a 5-move layer, and we're left with sledge followed by a U-perm. Pretty good solve.
So here's the third scramble. This one was a little bit trickier. However, the orange is pretty nice because this one can just go up and then down into this corner here, and then the rest of the oranges are on top, which will do what we did before. We can orientate them like this, but before we put that in here, we can do this one, push, push, and then boom. So basically what it's doing is it's going just like all the way around there, but with the first turn, we push this one in and then pull that there. And so, as you can see, there's no reds here, 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 or here, which means it has to be here or here. And I can see that it's just this one, which means that we do a sledge here, and then another sledge, and then we can just get from this angle. I noticed that this one isn't opposite, and neither is this, which means that it has to be not here and here. It can't be here because this one's solved. So it's got to be this one. And there we go.
So on scramble 4, we're going to be doing yet another blue layer. So what I saw is when you go to twist this corner in, this one is in its right spot to insert. And then you're left with this pretty bad case, followed by a Z-perm. So the layer wasn't bad at all, being only 4 moves, but the rest of the solve was pretty terrible.
Here is the fourth scramble. So this is a nice blue here because we already have 2 corners connected, and we have a really nice triple insert, which means if we pull this one up and we like go to insert it like that, it'll actually put this one in the right position over here to just be pulled down. So just like that. Now it's not a very nice case because we have to do a double sledge to get this one here. However, if we do it on this side, you'll notice that instead of having to put the green at the top, we actually have a case here. Now I have a video on this on my channel, cases like this, but all you need to do is hold it this way and hold your fingers always gripping this part, so glue them there, and then if you do a sledge like that, and then one more, it'll solve. So you can actually do that really fast, which will get you any sort of piece, which means these swap, and just like this. There you go.
So for scramble 5, we're going to be doing yet another blue layer. This is like the 4th time out of 5. So what I would just do here is insert this, rotate, insert this, and then you're left with double sledge right into a U-perm.
And the final scramble here we have is another blue, which looks pretty nice. This isn't the same scramble, obviously. Now, why I would choose to put this corner in first is because if I put this one in, it leaves this one in not a very nice position. Pretty much how it was before, just differently rotated. So if I put this one in instead, it's still the same amount of moves, but I can put this one in first and then the blue at the back there, which means that the bottom's done. We have green here, so this is just a case you should know where you do the sledge from this side and then this side, and then again these aren't the opposite, which means the opposite's here. So while I hold it like this, as I turn it, I can just, you know, do the whole sledge just like that.
So that's about it for my Skewb walkthrough solve. Huge thank you to Tom from Noble Cubes for featuring in this video. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.